Thursday, November 9. A picture of the early church. Read Acts chapter 2, verses 41 to 47. What kind of picture of the early church is present here? Acts 2, beginning at verse 41. Then those who gladly received his word were baptized, and that day about 3,000 souls were added to them. And they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship, in the breaking of bread, and in prayers. Then fear came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were done through the apostles. Now all who believed were together, and had all things in common, and sold their possessions and goods, and divided them among all, as any one had need. So, continuing daily with one accord in the temple, and breaking bread from house to house, they ate their food with gladness and simplicity of heart, praising God, and having favour with all the people. And the Lord added to the church daily those who were being saved. Acts 2 ends with a beautiful picture of what the early church was like. Acts 2:41 says that those who were baptized were added to them. We could read this to say that someone did the maths and added the number of new believers to the number of existing believers and established a new total membership for the group. But that is a shallow understanding. Hidden in the wording is the idea that these newly baptized believers became part of the group as equals. Meanwhile, a core function of the early Christian church was discipleship. As new members were added, they were discipled in three ways. First, they continued to be taught by the apostles' doctrine and fellowship. The words doctrine and fellowship in this text literally mean instruction and partnership. The apostles' preaching confronted incorrect beliefs and offered new explanations for what people were seeing and experiencing. But it didn't teach them how to live out that new truth in their lives. Rather, the application of truth in one's life happened in relationship as part of the group. New believers were carefully and intentionally discipled through direct teaching, as well as through participation in the daily lives of the other believers, all under the supervision and leadership of the spiritually mature and grounded apostles. It is poor preaching that tells people what to do, but not how to do it. However, even if one reads how-to books or listens to sermons that explain how to do things, there is no substitute for seeing people doing it and then imitating them. Paul knew this and instructed his followers to imitate him as he had imitated Jesus. In 1 Corinthians 11:1, he writes, "Imitate me, just as I also imitate Christ." When others can see you and the reality of your experience with Christ, it will impact them as well. And so to finish today, we have challenge. Think of someone in your life who you wish was a believer. Pray every day for him or her to have a personal experience with Jesus. And challenge up. Whom are you discipling and leading into a relationship with Jesus? Look for ways to bring him or her into fellowship with other believers.